or it might just become light and disappear, or the form may change, or it may become smaller. Anything could happen in this case. Then I embrace that part of myself, and I love it completely. And then, if necessary, I can then explain to that part of myself the truths which it needs to understand in order to become free of its emotion. Because negative emotions are the result of my not being aware of some truths, of my taking things, my identifying myself with attachments, with my belief that I cannot be happy, that I'm losing my security, that I'm losing my self-worth, that I'm losing my freedom. Now, another form of help, which some people feel inclined to and other people do not, is prayer, chanting, meditation, all forms of spiritual, inner spiritual work, which can help us, on the one hand, free ourselves from the negative emotions and bring light and divine energy into there. And on the other hand, chanting can also be a form of release. Chanting with other people, or singing also in general, can be a form of release. And then in the final stages, we begin to work with spiritual truths, which we bring more and more into our minds. I am spirit. I am safe. I am worthy. I love and accept myself as I am. And working with these truths, this begins to transform our belief system. Okay, so what I explained to you today was a parallel process, which we are not going to work on in the context of this course, but which I encourage you to get involved with when you feel you are ready, at least as a checking, as a scan to see if there's anything in there. I'm sure there is. We all have much to be released from the subconscious. I leave that in your hands, but what I would like you to ask you for the next time, at least to work on the work intellectually on the concept of the shadow and the mask, and try to answer those questions. What are you hiding in the shadow? What are you keeping in the mask, which is tiring you? And I encourage you at some point, when you feel ready, to begin to work on this catharsis of the subconscious mind. Okay, so before we break up into our groups, is there anything that you would like to ask or say about this parallel work of the catharsis? Cleaning out the subconscious, bringing up the contents of the subconscious and releasing it, and then replacing it with light, replacing it with truth, with reason. Anything that you'd like to ask or say? Okay. You have something? Yeah.
But it's such a, it's really, I think the main thing is to present for us is other situations yourself. And it really gives you enough strength to do the rest of it.
Yes, I agree. My belief is you can't really change anything you cannot accept. The moment you don't accept it, it becomes more deep-rooted, and you start a war. And it usually wins. So once I accept my weakness, I accept my fear, accept my anger, then I can begin to work with it. Then I can begin to understand it, to communicate with it, to love it, and to educate it. Because what it needs is to be educated, not to be rejected. Exactly. And this is No, you could be create a lot of beautiful things. Because if we're changing positively, then this is helping other people to change positively. It may create some confusion for them, but that in the long run, I mean, create some disturbances temporarily, but I'm sure that the long-term result will be very beautiful.
Depression, I don't have it.
Mm.
It's clinical, but I know some people with
Yeah, there is.
tablets every day.
Yeah, there is also clinical depression.
Helps
Yes.
people
Yeah.
a lot. She does.
Mm.
You know, helps very good. And one actually said around and said,
Yeah.
does it make you feel good? And she said, I thought, well, that was a nice factor.
Mm.
You know, does it make you feel good if you don't want to know?
Mm.
But she has depression, and she talks a lot about
Mm.
being, you know, battling for years.
There are, yes, there does seem to be a chemical aspect of depression.
Worrying, you know.
Mm.